I'm so tired.
Yeah, well, it's your birthday, so you're entitled to be tired. So.
Yeah, the older you get, the more tired you get.
We gotta sing the birthday song. It's your birthday. It's your birthday. Where's Nesbot? Up that Nesbot, come on and sing.
I wouldn't even know it was my birthday if it wasn't today's date.
Yeah.
Hey, right. Can you hear me? Hey, this is Johnny Bean, live with Rob Johnson. Hey, Rob.
Hey, Johnny. What's happening, everyone? How you doing?
It is 6/15, 2016. Somebody's retweeting that Howie likes sandwiches. That's very good.
I like that picture of Howie on Facebook today. He was looking over your shoulder in the car, and his eyes were like this.
Yeah. Yeah. We go walking in Santa Cruz by the ocean, and I'm just going to share some links really quickly here while I talk to you. Hopefully I'm still here. Yeah, we go walking and we get this. We stop at this particular cafe, and I get this amazing sandwich.
Yeah.
That I eat. Okay, I'm just sharing some links real quick. Ah, that doesn't look good. Delete.
In the other room again. He's chewing his bone. He's going bonkers in there. Huh.
There we go. There it is. Yeah. So yeah, so we went for a walk, and yeah, some of the photos that I took were of us walking by the beach. Okay, I'll just yeah, that's good. That's good. There we go. Yeah. And as Rob said, yeah, it's my birthday apparently, and so all day my Facebook has just been blowing up. I've got like 300 posts on my page that I have to reply back to so far.
Yeah.
300. Yeah. It's so funny because every time somebody posts on my page saying happy birthday, all my friends apparently see that.
Yeah.
So I'm actually losing friends because I've got so many people posting happy birthday on my page. My friends count number is going down. So it shows you who your real friends are,
Yeah, that's true. Well, seriously, I mean, I posted happy birthday to you a few times on Facebook today. But everybody out there that's watching this, in all seriousness, happy birthday, Johnny. You're a great guy, and definitely, I mean, you're losing friends left and right, but that's beside the point. No, I'm kidding. But happy birthday, man. Definitely.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh, it's funny. It's funny. It's because my phone keeps blowing up and it keeps saying so and so posted, and so I'll go and look, and as I'm scrolling down, I'm like, huh, my friend's number, it was 14, now it's 11. The number's going down, and but
that's funny. That's too funny.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Anyway, yes, I'm old today. It's all good though.
How old are you? 40 what?
30 something. 20, this.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Age is insignificant, and you're only as old as you feel.
I'm feeling old, man.
50 something.
I think it's I usually tell people I'm in my 50s is what I usually say.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, you look great." You tell people you're a lot older than you actually are, and they think you look really good.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I'm 42, and everybody tells me I look like I'm in my late 20s, early 30s. It's kind of weird, but I'll take it.
Oh yeah. But no, anyway, yeah. I'm just tired all the time because probably because of the chickens. The rooster wakes us up at 5:30, 6:30, 7:30.
Yeah.
So by the time it hits 3 o'clock, I'm just like, ugh.
Yeah.
I'm just a zombie.
Yeah.
Yo, Vinny. Vinny's watching, dude.
Vinny, speaking of you, how you doing, buddy? Listen, I need you to text me or actually message me on Facebook your address. I have a little care package I'm going to be sending you for your guitar. And this package is was sent to me to be sent to you by a good friend of ours on VH Links, Dutchy 5150. His name is Darren. And I'm not going to tell you what the items are, but they will go good on your 5150 guitar or your Kramer Ad Frankie style guitar that we sent you back a couple months ago. Something that Darren wanted to give you, and he texted me, messaged me last week, and sent them all the way from Australia. So thank you, Darren. They're coming at you, Vinny. It's something that you're going to like, a little care package. And definitely, like I said, message me your address, and I will get them out to you in the mail. The only other thing I'll say is we're just doing a quick video tonight, but well, actually, I have one other thing to say after this. But David Allen Wright, you and I were talking over the weekend, and I have not forgotten you, but these are what you're looking for. These are the eyelets and the fender washers, and they basically come right off. Here's your fender washer. It's about the size of a nickel, not a quarter. The quarter ones are a little bit too big. It's about the size of a nickel. They're stainless steel fender washers. You can get them at any hardware store. And these are just basic, you know, eyelet screws. They just screw on. And these are the same ones that Eddie uses. And you don't, some people think you have to weld these things on. It really doesn't matter. You don't have to weld them, because as soon as you screw them in and the eye bolt puts pressure on the washer, which puts pressure on the body, it's not going anywhere. It's solid. So there's really no need to worry about welding anything. So anyways, I got two of them here for you, and I will be shipping them out to you this week, hopefully tomorrow. So that's coming at you, David Allen Wright.
More potato chips. Oh, sorry, I'm texting.
Yeah, me too.
They're asking, what do you want for your birthday dinner? More potato chips.
There you go. That's always cool.
Yeah, why not? Okay. Hey, I'll be right back. If you want to talk, do you want to answer Dutchy real quick? Is that he sent? Didn't he? Yeah. He sent both of us. He sent both of us a message on VH Links. I don't know if it's the same message. I'll have to look.
It probably is. Yeah, I can find. I don't have the questions right here, but I could probably try to find them. Vinny, I just got your message. Thank you. And I will.
Okay. I have to do something real quick. I'll be right back. Like 1 minute. Okay.
Let me see if I can find, while you guys are on here, I'll see if I can find Dutchy's questions. I already did answer them, but I answered them on the VH Links. I didn't answer them on, I didn't answer them live. So hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can find this here. Sorry for the delay, but they are some really good questions, so we'll see if we can figure out what they are here. Here we go. All right. Okay. All right, here's the first question. Do the Hot for Teacher, Kramer Ad, 1984, and 5150 guitars have the same neck, like the headstock size-wise? I know there's a slightly larger headstock on the Neptune guitar, I think, but are the four I mentioned the same size? No, they are not. They're not the same size, and as a matter of fact, when Dave, Anthony Sajazi, and myself were at Paul Unkert's place back a few months ago, we actually held in our hands 3 templates: the 5150, the Kramer Ad Frankie, and the Hot for Teacher guitar headstock templates, which were made out of cardboard, like real thin cardboard.
Wow, no way.
Yeah, they were the exact templates that Eddie used, or excuse me, that Paul used when he was cutting Eddie's headstocks. The exact ones. They were like they were white paper, but they were like worn like a yellowish tinge because they were so old. I mean, they're back from like the early '80s. And we actually held them in our hands, the templates that were used, and Paul was going to actually make us trace us some copies so we could use them. We haven't followed up with that yet, but they are different. They're different sizes. Each one is just a little bit different, and I'm thinking it's they go from largest to smallest in this order. I believe it's the 5150, the Neptune guitar, which is also the Kramer Ad Frankie, and then the Hot for Teacher. That's smallest to largest to smallest. Excuse me. I believe that's how they go. The next question is the red on the Hot for Teacher and Ad guitars a brighter red like on the 5150 guitar? I know the red on the Frankenstein guitar is slightly darker, and that's on the 5150. But are the Hot for Teacher and Ad guitars the same red as the 5150? Again, not really. Paul was, and again, said this numerous times, was famous for pretty much using anything that was just laying around in the shop when painting these guitars. They would use any, as long as it was red, they'd spray it on. It didn't matter what it was. And the actual red that they used for Ed's 5150 guitar was actually like a sunset orange. It was a specific type of paint, which you can actually still get today. It's very difficult to find. It's expensive to find that on eBay, but it was like an orangish color, like a sunset orange is what they call it. And the Hot for Teacher and the other Kramers were a little bit darker. They were almost a like a banner red type thing. And one of the good colors that's still out there today that can kind of duplicate that color really well is a color that I've always used, and you can get at a hardware store. It's made by Duplicolor, and it's called Super Red 2. And that will come very close to, you know, the Hot for Teacher, the Neptune, the Kramer Ad Frankie guitars like that, and possibly even the 84. The 1984 Kramer color is a little darker than what the 5150 is. And again, Paul just basically said they used whatever was laying around for paint-wise, and that's also parts. If they were making a Frankenstein guitar, style guitar, and the first thing they found was a gold input jack plate, that's what they'd use. It didn't matter. They didn't go looking for chrome or gold. They just used whatever they could find. Black, gold, chrome, didn't matter. And the term that Paul uses is willy-nilly. Everything was really willy-nilly back in those days. And the last question Darren had, was the #1 Edward Van Halen model sticker on the back of the Ad and headstock. What size and font is that? Hoping to get some made and would like to know what size I need. Okay, well, I'm not 100% positive what the exact size is, but I can tell you Dave Nesdahl sent me a copy for mine, and as you can tell, it's pretty accurate. I mean, it's really amazing. You can kind of just eyeball it, though. If you just look at the back of your headstock and see, you know, that's all we've all done. We've only eyeballed it. I mean, this might not be exactly to Eddie's, but if you just look at where it starts and where it finishes, and kind of how close it is to the, you know, to the bottom of the headstock, and also where the tuners are, that's kind of how you measure it. Again, in Paul Unkert terms, willy-nilly. So I don't think anybody really knows the exact size, but I can certainly measure what it is. I don't have a tape measure on me now, but if you just kind of go by those basic parameters, you know, that's kind of what you're looking at. Just take a tape measure in the back of a headstock and look where the tuners are and just where I showed you, and that's the size. So it's pretty simple. And it will have a slight little arc to it. It's not a straight because the headstock kind of curves. Have the template made up if you're going to do it so it almost arcs a little bit. And yeah, that was it. Are those the same questions you got, Johnny?
I don't know. Maybe I'll look later. I can't look right now. Since I'm running the show, basically, I don't want to have too many windows opening and closing because it might lag or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got some comments here on this video. R2D2 head says, "Happy birthday, Johnny. I'll say it here. I don't want you to lose any more friends on Facebook. Lol." Are we friends on Facebook? R2D2 head? Yeah, it's funny. It's hilarious. It's you know, I literally have like 300 posts on my page so far today.
Wow. All for your birthday.
That's insane.
Okay, I have a question for you. Did you get any Van Halen attire for your birthday? Or guitar-related attire?
No.
Really?
I didn't. No. It gets to a point, you know, you get to a point where you don't get presents anymore.
Yeah, I know.
I didn't get anything. As far as actual gifts, no, I didn't get anything. But if you want to send me something, my P.O. box is 232 SoCal, California 95073.
Vinny just sent me a message. He sent me his address. So, okay, Vinny, thank you. And I will get these items out to you and hope you like them. And it says, when me and my dad went to go visit Paul in his place in New Jersey, one of the funny things that he kept on repeating was, you know.
You know?
I don't know if he might be texting me something else, but.
You know? I say you know all the time, you know? Brent Z Rocks. Happy birthday, Johnny. Keep on rocking. Brent, thank you very much, dude. Thank you. Vinny says, too cool, Johnny. Although I think he was talking about you. Or me. I don't know.
No, it's talking about you because it's your birthday.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome, Vinny. And then I've got a bunch of comments here from Mully, but I think he was talking back and forth with Alan Garber.
Yeah.
That was on a previous video where I was talking to Mully the other day.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. I like Mully.
That's a different. Yeah, Mully. Yeah, he's a lot of fun. He's a lot of fun. We talk all because of the time difference. You know, him and I line up because even though for me it's not super late, for him it's afternoon.
Yeah.
For you it's super late.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be like 2 a.m. your time.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Okay, I don't know if you saw this 2 minutes ago. Oh, this is Joe. Joe from California.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe.
Question for Rob. The banana headstock that Musicraft makes, what is it? Opinions. What opinions do you have in making a replica? Is it opinions or options? Are those two words spelled the same?
Not quite, but
OPTIONS?
Yeah, I mean that sounds like opinions to me.
Is that opinions or options? I can't read.
Options.
It's my birthday, you know.
Yeah, you're not supposed to think. What options? What does he want to know? What options?
What options do you have in making a replica guitar? Is it only made for an accurate 5150 guitar, or are there other? There's that word again. Is it options or opinions?
Yeah,
with the neck. Oh, it should be options. Are there any options with the neck that Scott sells? Thank you, Joe.
Well, I mean, here's my 5150 Kramer, and it's a Musicraft body and a Musicraft neck. It's an older model Musicraft neck, but it. I'm trying to think. They're basically, as far as the necks are concerned, the headstock. If you ask for a 5150 headstock, you're going to get the 5150 headstock. It's not going to come in any different options as far as size. It's going to be the same banana head, cut exactly to the same specs as what Ed's was. So the shape is going to be exactly the same if you're looking for a 5150. The profile is going to be the same. It's going to be straight. It's going to be non-tilt. Now, if you're asking on options as far as, you know, frets and wood and things like that, yes, I'm sure you can get different options. You know, you can tell them what kind of frets you want. You could have stainless frets. You could have 6150 jumbos. I mean, you can pretty much have anything you want for options as far as that type of thing is concerned. But your profile is going to be exactly the same. They're going to size it exactly the same if you ask for a 5150, and it's probably going to be maple. Could they do one in rosewood? I'm sure they could. So I think your options would be limited to wood, you know, the make of the wood for the neck, frets, things like that. But you're going to basically get the exact same size 5150 because that's what they call it. You know, it's going to be the 5150. Now, as far as body's concerned, if you get a 5150 Musicraft body, like a lot of different places, you're going to get the options you'll have is probably the make of the wood, poplar, basswood. You know, again, I'm a firm believer that this guitar was poplar, simply because Paul Unkert says it was, and he cut the body. He didn't paint it, but he cut it. Some say it's basswood. That's fine. You know, whatever. But you could probably get it in poplar. You could get it in basswood. You could get it maybe in alder, ash. I mean, it's kind of up to you. But again, the shape and the profile of it is going to be the same as what the 5150 is, because that's what they're cutting it from. So your options would be limited to those. And it's a very good company. I've done a lot of work with Scott over the last 20 years. Got a lot of bodies from them, got a lot of necks from them. Musicraft is a phenomenal company. Great to their customers. I don't think I've heard one bad thing about them over the years. A lot of other good companies out there. You know, Chris Locke Guitars. Chris is a great guy. He's the one that sent me the body for my my Kramer Ad guitar. You know, the Walker style, the TJ Walker style body, TJ Hooker style body. TJ Walker was a gentleman that just happened to be in the shop that day that had cut some bodies at the Kramer factory years ago. His name was TJ Walker. And when Eddie was in the Kramer factory at that time and had that kind of Ibanez Destroyer-ish looking body that they'd striped up that Eddie hated, he loved the neck on the thing because the neck looked like this, but he hated the body. And Eddie goes, I don't want that. So then I think it was Paul or somebody said, all right, go get that Walker body that's upstairs. And so that this TJ Walker ran upstairs and grabbed one of his bodies that had the, you know, the oversized horns and everything. And Eddie's like, okay, let's go with that one. But you know, Chris Locke is a great guy too. A lot of good companies out there. You know, Mean Street Guitars. I've dealt with Mitch over the years. Just they're all great people. They're all great people. But if you're specifically asking about Musicraft, those would be your options. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, I don't have any Musicraft stuff, but I've met Scott. I talked to him on the phone probably 15, 16 years ago.
Yeah.
At one point, and it was just by coincidence. I walked into a music store. He was talking to the owner of the music store on the phone. I walk in, and they kind of knew me as like, you know, this guy likes Van Halen guitars. And so the guy turns to me. He's like, do you know? You ever heard of Scott Smith? He's on the phone. You want to talk to him? So I'm like, hey, and we just talked for, you know, a couple minutes or whatever. And this was years and years and years ago. But Adam from FU Tone introduced me to Scott
Adam Reaver,
at NAMM, just this last NAMM. I ran in. I was at Fender, back in the Fender employee area, eating some food. Because I can just go back there, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there eating, you know, Chip Ellis, you know, standing here. Who else? I was there last year, actually, and the guy from the Cult was sitting there across from me playing his guitar, you know.
Yeah.
Telling stories and stuff. But that was last year. But yeah, this year I was back there, and then Adam was back there, and so I introduced myself to him. He's like, Johnny, you know. Yeah. And so we start talking, then we walk out, and then I was supposed to do this interview with the Guitar Channel from France. We were going to do it at the EVH booth, but it was so compact. We decided to go outside and just do it audio only. But if you go to my site, go to johnnybean.com, you can hear the interview. It's called the Guitar Channel. There's a link to it right there.
I mean, the EVH booth was actually busy. Really, that's odd.
Yeah, yeah, it's packed, man. It's insane. NAMM is a total. It's like one huge music store.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just,
you know. But so anyway, so I go walking out with Adam, and then I run into my friend from the Guitar Channel, and we start talking, trying to figure out how we're gonna do this interview thing. And then Adam's like, Johnny, come here. I'm gonna introduce you to Scott Smith, you know. And Scott's there, our friend from Germany, you know, Gerd.
Yeah.
he's standing there, and so I start talking to Scott for a little bit, and he's like telling me all these stories, you know.
Yeah.
All this cool stuff. I don't know what I was even saying. Oh yeah, but anyway, the yeah, Music Craft. So that's I've never played their guitars. I've never seen any of their bodies or anything, but I know.
Well, there's all kinds of companies. I mean, your 5150 is GMW. I mean, that's another awesome company. And I mean, they put out some amazing 5150 style guitars. And you know, I mean, there's other companies out there like Ed Roman. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Somebody sent me. It's funny you should mention that. Are you looking at your notes? Yeah, somebody actually sent me a message, literally just like half an hour ago. I'll get to it. Although first, Douglas says we don't get gifts, but we should not be forgotten. Happy birthday, rocker! Thank you, man. And then Dutchy 5150 says happy birthday from Australia, Johnny.
Yeah, that's Darren.
Thank you, dude.
That's the man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, and Dutchy, you know, thank you for sending me that little package as well. I really, really appreciate that. Very much so. Thank you.
Joe, okay, try to answer this really quickly so I can get to that other question. Joe is asking the neck plate, is it standard or narrow spacing? I guess on that guitar you're just holding.
The 5150?
On the 5150 or the...
question on that already today. Chris Hubbard actually asked me that today. And I believe on mine and I believe on Eddie's, I think it's narrow. I think it's narrow spacing. I believe it is. It's your typical Kramer style neck plate, which I believe is narrower.
Mine is really narrow too. The one on my...
If you take a Strat neck plate and put it up to this, it covers the whole thing and the holes don't line up. It's bigger. So I believe the Kramers specifically, and definitely on the 5150 is they're smaller. Yeah. Yeah.
Yours actually looks a little bigger than mine.
Yeah, it might be a little bigger, but it's definitely smaller than actual Strat.
Yeah, mine looks like it was actually custom made. The one that's on mine on my GMW.
Yeah.
It was actually, you know, they actually made it there.
Could be, yeah.
It wasn't a Kramer. It wasn't anything else. And then, okay, that message real quick. That was on my my guitarist, Johnny Bean.
Yeah.
Dutchy 5050 says, anytime, Rob. Anytime, my friend. No worries.
Thank you, brother.
Okay, this is on my Facebook. Guitarist Johnny Bean's a page you can like. Mike sent a message. And this was about 40 minutes ago. He says, hi, Johnny. I am a fan of your YouTube channel, specifically the EVH live chats that you host. Hey, here we are. I want to ask you because I know you and your friends are the authority on EVH guitars. Whoa. Wow. Thank you, man. It's that and it's my birthday. I can't believe it.
Sorry about that sound, man. The dog's drinking out of the toilet is awful.
Oh, I didn't.
At least it's flushed, but.
Let's see. He says he had a little too much to drink. Am I supposed to be reading this? Is this a message I should be reading? Or is this just for me? Well, I didn't say your last name, so I guess I can read it. He said he had a little too much to drink through the night, and he bought a 5150 replica on eBay that looks pretty nice for almost $800. Quality hardware, shallow tuners, original Floyd Duncan JB pickup. He says then he found out it's an Ed Roman build. He says now he's worried. Have you ever seen any of his builds? I figured if it sucks,
good work. Sucks,
he could resell it, replace the neck. Let's see. What does it say? That's the one guitar missing from his EVH guitar collection, so he hopes it's good. Keep up the EVH chats, and I'll keep watching. Dave and Rob seem really cool. Well, while we're live, yeah, they do seem cool. Once I turn this thing off, they become animals.
Well, thank you. I'm not going to speak for Dave, but I definitely.
Dave is really cool, man. He actually.
Well, Dave's kind of dull. Dave Nesdall.
He just had a rock star wish me happy birthday on camera. I couldn't believe it.
That is so cool.
Literally, before we went live, Dave was on here with us, and he handed the phone to this rock star dude.
Yeah.
And he's like, Johnny, happy birthday. And I'm like, whoa, thank you, man. Yeah. Oh yeah, I used to see the guy in Guitar World magazine all the time when I was a kid. All the time. I remember, exactly who the guy is. Thanks for any advice you can offer. Your fan, Mike. Thank you very much, Mike. I hope you don't mind I read this. I don't know if this was a message just for me to read or a reply, but I guess if you're watching. And then also, Jeremy Carter. Is this? Oh yeah, that's from today. Okay, I'll read this real quick. Well, first of all, the Ed Roman Kramer guitars. Do you know anything about those? I just know you would see them on his website all the time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they
had quality. They have quality parts on them.
Yeah, they do. I used to talk to Ed Roman years ago when he was alive, and I actually, I won't say too much about it, but all I'm going to say is, their guitars are not bad. The parts on the guitars are really good. Ed Roman personally did know Eddie at one time, and he's got pictures with Ed, and and he without a doubt prided himself on that. But he's got good stuff.
I wouldn't worry too much about the guitar. I mean, it has quality parts.
Yeah.
It's.
How does it play? If it plays great and you like it, that's all that matters.
Yeah. Plus it's a known guitar. It's not like somebody made it in their basement. It's like my guitar, GMW. It's an actual company made my Kramer, the one that I have. Sorry, Rob. No, but you know what I mean. It's actually it's made by a company. So the Ed Roman thing, it's actually made by a company. So I wouldn't worry too much about it.
I wouldn't either. You got a good guitar there. You probably had to take out a second mortgage to buy it, but whatever.
Okay, real quick. Jeremy Carter. Is it okay if I read this on the thing? It's a message you sent me. Just a little while ago, about 18 minutes ago or something. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Rob. Happy birthday, Johnny. Thank you. I hope it's been a great one today for you, buddy. I really enjoy watching you guys every time I can, and I was lucky enough to snag an EVH LBX amp on Reverb for a good price.
Nice.
Awesome, man.
Yeah. That's cool.
I only played through one for a couple minutes at Guitar Center, but from what everyone says, it seems to be a great little amp. But just wanted to say happy birthday, buddy, and love the show, guys. Thank you, Jeremy. I'm going to give you a thumbs up. Did you hear that?
Yeah,
it's a thumbs up, but let's see.
Hey, Johnny, where's the fourth shoe?
Oh, you only see 3 shoes, huh?
I only see 3 shoes on there.
Yeah, the fourth one, it'd be somewhere in like the shoe basket. Because I normally wear 2 different ones when I wear them.
Yeah.
And it looks like what is it?
I'm gonna have to start doing that because I got a yellow pair and a red pair. I'll have to start wearing different.
Yeah. Just mix them up. I mix them up. It's more fun.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, Jim. Is it Nichols? Just kidding. Nicholas. Jim Nicholas. Happy birthday, Johnny. You guys mentioned a few days ago about a new EVH amp that's similar to the early VH tones. Any clips of this anywhere yet? Keep rocking, guys. Yes, there's a clip of it on YouTube of Eddie actually playing through it, or so it says, of a sound check. It's on YouTube. Maybe if I can find it, I'll send it to you. Or remind me. Somebody. Whoa, Rob. Somebody remind me.
Rogan's trying to. He's trying to play with a cat. Hey. Leave the
Whoa.
Lay down.
Play with.
Rogan doesn't like that new amp. So. Lay down. Come on, lay down.
All right. So what am I even saying here? I can't even think. I've gotten so many messages today. You wouldn't believe it. But yeah, dude, as far as your LBX, the previous message, yes, that's an amazing amp. You'll dig it. You'll enjoy it. I wish I had one. EVH.
Yeah.
Jim Nicholas. Yes, the video. There is a video. If somebody, Jim Nicholas. Once I hit stop on this video, if you remember, message me again to remind me, and I'll send you the link to it. And if anybody else wants to hear it, I'll post a link. I'll post a link to it to my guitarist Johnny Bean Facebook page, which you should go like. Guitarist Johnny Bean. So I'll do that. So Jim, remind me, and then remind me to post it, and I will.
Cool.
And then who's panting? Oh, here. Okay, here's a bunch. Here's a bunch of. And I'm blurry again. Look at that. Joe, where would I buy guitar parts to build the guitar that Rob is holding right now? Back of the headstock is striped.
Oh,
it's your Hoffer Teacher.
Yeah, that's the Hoffer Teacher. This one is this is a Kramer Beretta body, because that's what Eddie's was. Got the slanted pickup. All original Floyd Rose, German-made Floyd Rose. Scott's, well, I'll just say Musicraft neck. And if you've seen any pictures of the original Hoffer Teacher, you'll notice that's one of the only guitars that Eddie striped the back. And it was striped exactly like that. Schaller tuners. So, oh, and here's the back of the body. I need to relic this guitar up a little bit more. I've never really overly reliced this guitar. I kind of have it from the '84 era. I mean, it's got some relicking on it, but I'm probably going to really drag it through the pavement here pretty soon and relic the body a little bit more. But yeah, this is a cool guitar. But Musicraft neck, Hoffer Teacher, you know, style paint job.
Look out!
I think, yeah, and the headstock is definitely smaller than the 5150. And this is the smallest of the three templates that I was talking about that Paul made. So it is different. You'll notice it's narrower. You can tell on the back. For some reason easier. It's definitely narrower this way and a little bit shorter. A little bit shorter.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. And
this is not quite a good example of that. This is my 1984 Kramer. I have, my guitar is relict from the 86 tour version with the black Floyd Rose like he used on 5150 tour. But I like the neck that he used on the 84 tour with the 2 stars and the backwards black stripe, which we all know is the neck that was taken off this guitar in 1985, and Eddie put on the Weezer guitar, which is the one that Ed and Val donated to the Hard Rock Cafe, and there's video footage of that. And Eddie put this neck on that body so he could justify saying it was one of the guitars that he played. He never played that body live, but he did play the neck, so he could kind of half-ass, so to speak, justify that he played it live. And that it was his number 2 guitar, because it was. That's what the 2 stars were. It was his number 2 neck, not his number 2 guitar. But this neck headstock is the same size as the 5150, but the one that's on the guitar now, the 84 now, I believe Wolfgang owns it. It's a little smaller, and I'm pretty sure that template was the same as the Kramer Ad guitar. I think that there was 3 templates that Paul had. And the templates were 5150, Kramer Ad Frankie, and Hot for Teacher. And Ed kind of went back and forth with those 3 or Paul went back and forth with those 3 templates, cutting headstocks for Eddie's Kramers. I mean, there might have been 1 or 2 ones that he used differently that he just kind of willy-nilly cut, you know, in a style like that. But I believe this particular, but I believe the neck that's on the 84 Kramer now, not this one, but the one that's on there now is the Kramer Ad Frankie size, which is just a little bit smaller than the 5150.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Let me see real quick.
Yeah, because I'm looking at my Neptune guitar right now. And on my Neptune guitar, the headstock is the same, is exactly the same size as the Hot for Teacher. Same exact size. And then when I look at my Ad guitar, the headstock is like that middle. It's like that middle size one that I was talking about. Yep. Yeah. So
cool.
I'm sure that should answer those questions for those.
Okay, John Sims says, "What's the best oil to use to lube the Floyd Rose?" Do you lube your Floyd?
Actually, I don't know what the best stuff is. I don't lube the Floyds on my Kramers, but I do use a little Q-tip on my Ernie Ball, my PV, and when I get my USA Wolf back, which I'll explain why it's not here in a minute. I do use. I actually use. It's a gun oil. It's a gun lubricant. It's called Firepower. Is one style. Then Rem oil is another basic gun oil brand lubrication. And all I do is I just get around in the saddles a little bit and where the screws are, and especially on the detuners. On the detuners, if you start to see your detuner when you're pulling it out is working hard, take a Q-tip with a little bit of, I mean, any kind of oil is fine. Any kind of lubrication is fine. WD-40 works, but it wears off too fast. It's fast-acting oil. But if you use any kind of like Rem oil or something like that, you can get at like a Walmart or a gun shop. Just a little bit on there, and it kind of helps keep your Floyd looking sharp if that's what you're into.
Mm-hmm.
But I only do it on my signature guitars. I don't do it on my Kramers because I like those guitars Floyds to look kind of burnt, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Let's look at this one. Janko. Is that how you say your name? Janko? I know everyone else has commented this, but still, happy birthday, Johnny. Thank you very much, man. Also, how did you get the 1984 Kramer? Did you build it yourself, or did you get another GMW? Anyways, keep rocking. My 1984 Kramer? Are you asking me? Mine was a gift from David Nesdahl. Just the neck and the body. He sent it to me. And it was built by a guy named Dion Edge, who builds guitars. So it's a quality. Again, it's a quality guitar.
Yep.
It's very, very cool. Let's see. If you want to talk about your, I'm gonna have to turn my mic off for probably a few minutes. Go ahead and talk about your your USA Wolf and what's going on with that. And I'll be back as soon as I can. Okay.
Okay. Stand by, guys. All right. Well, it was only about a week ago, almost a week ago exact, that we were doing a Google Hangout, and Johnny and I were doing one, and I had a new toy. And it was a Ivory 2016 USA EVH Wolfgang, the new one with the ebony board and everything, and oh, it's an absolute gorgeous guitar. It's the first. I don't think I could have said any more about it as far as playability wise. So I won't get back into that. It's an amazing guitar. I had only had really one plan for the guitar at the time, and that was to put a kill switch in it. I was going to have the kill switch put in just because, I don't know, the EVH guitars to me should have a kill switch, to me. I mean, not the Star guitars or the Circles guitars or whatever, but, you know, or the Stripe ones, so to speak. But the Wolfgang guitars, to me, I like the kill switches in them because it just seems to be Eddie's thing, and he does it with a lot of his, you know, all his road guitars now. So all the EVH Wolves that I have, you know, all two of them, I like to put the kill switches in. And being that this one was basically the exact guitar that he played on tour, except Eddie's was relict, you know, obviously it was the right thing to do. I had an extra kill switch sitting around, the same one that Eddie used, and I said, hell, I'll just put it on. So I think it was on Saturday or Sunday. I was up here playing my guitar, and my damn cat leaped up into the window and knocked one of my Stripe guitars. I think she knocked my Destroyer over. And it came down, the headstock came down, and wham, put a big, not a big dent, but about in a $3,000 guitar, when a headstock comes down and slams the top of the body, not the top or the front, but the top of the side, like if you're playing a guitar, the top of it this way on the perimeter of the guitar, put kind of a dent in it and went right down to the wood. So good thing the cat wasn't still here, otherwise she probably would have hunted her down the stairs, but she's right here. I love my cat. I would never do that, but I did have a few choice words for her, and once I got done jumping up and down and swearing and screaming and smashing things and creating sheer utter chaos because of what just happened to this brand new guitar that I wanted it to stay mint, I looked at it and I'm like, well, I can touch that up. It's not a big deal. It's not on the top. It's not on the back. You know, it's on the top portion of the side, the perimeter, kind of right about where your elbow goes. You know, when your hand comes down, you play like this, right about where my elbow is. And then I kept thinking about it, and I said, you know what? Screw it. It's getting a relic job too. Hell with it. I'm like, if this thing's not going to stay mint, it's not going to, you know. So I sent it out. Kill switch put in.
When did you decide to get it relict?
Huh?
When did you decide to get it relic then? Because I knew, didn't you say you weren't going to do it, or was that Dave?
Oh, you just missed my whole thing. I just said it all.
Oh, whoops.
My cat knocked she jumped up in the window and knocked the Destroyer over, and the Destroyer headstock came down and slammed on the side of the body and put a big dent. And
oh no.
Yeah, that was on Saturday. So good thing the cat wasn't here, or she would have been punted down the stairs, like I said. But you know, I love it.
It was on Catterday. No wonder.
On Catterday, and here she is, right here. Here is the damn culprit. She's sitting on my keyboard, all pissed off at my dog because he's barking on her. And this is the reason why my USA is getting relic.
What's her name?
Jelly Bean.
Jelly Bean.
Middle name Johnny. Johnny Bean.
There's actually somebody on Facebook that calls me Jelly Bean.
That's your girlfriend, girl. So, anyways, what you see here now is the USA Wolfgang headstock.
Oh, whoa!
Still attached to the Floyd, dangling here away, and the guitar was sent out yesterday. Have a kill switch put on it. And as far as the relicking job is concerned, more to follow on that, because there is going to be a pretty interesting story on that. And it should be back. It should, put it this way, the guitar will be completely done, kill switch engaged. You get like that, kill switch engaged? Kill switch installed, and
are they good?
Complete. I don't know. I never listened to them. And completely relic within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So Chris Hubbard and I think, are going to be the only two that are going to have $3,000 USA Wolves that are basically going to be exactly like Ed's, because the technique that we're using is exactly what Chip Ellis did. A lot of people think that, you know, there's this myth out there that it was a freezing, heating technique. You freeze the body and then heat it, and it created the checking. There's no way you can really. I tried that on the one that I built, on the Relic guitar that I did, the 2015 Tour Relic, which I just sold. And the guy that's doing it is he's a cool dude. Tommy Tom on VH Links, great guy. He's getting a kick-ass guitar, but I was never really able to make the checking effect on that, you know, the lines. And I tried the freezing technique, and the reason it didn't work, and you know, he can do that when he gets the guitar, is because Chip didn't do that. He used an X-Acto knife, and he just went through and he scored it. All he did was he scored the lines, and it goes right through the finish of the body, because the finish on those guitars is very thin, believe it or not. And I found that out because that headstock did not hit that body very hard, and the dent that it put in it right down the wood was. I was stunned that it made a dent like that. I mean, the Peavies and the Music Mans don't dent quite like that. And this this didn't chip the wood. It basically just chipped the finish down to the wood. So that's why it's very easy to relic these guitars. And when Chris Hubbard did it, and you guys saw that the hangout we did with Chris, that's what he did. He used an X-Acto knife, and he showed you up close. It looks exactly like Ed's. And mine will look the same as well. So we'll have a guitar, and like Chris said, you know, basically these guys are spending, you know, $10,000, $12,000 on these, and yeah, I guess we spent $2,500, $3,000 on it, but we saved ourselves $7,000 and doing the relicking ourselves. So stand by, because it's going to look really cool, and I'll give you more information on the technique and persons involved and all that as time goes on.
Mm-hmm.
So should have it back in a couple weeks, I think.
Jim Nicholas, is it Nicholas? Says Jelly Bean looks pissed. He says, "So sorry, Rob, but
not
can't wait.
As I was.
Can't wait to see the relic job." He says. Vinny chimes in and says, he says, "Good if you like screaming music."
Oh, Kill Switch Engage.
Talking about Kill Switch Engage.
Yeah.
Cool. So are they? Would you call it screamo? Is that what it is?
Or maybe he was talking about when I punted the cat down the stairs after she did that, you know, building music. Yeah.
Oh, somebody else said something. Wait. Okay. Oh, we have a lot of comments here.
I figured that would make a lot. You should have seen what I got on the link. Someone said today, someone posted, they're like, "You must have big brass balls," or something like that.
I saw that photo. I saw that.
To a $3,000 guitar.
Yeah. Oh man. Let's see. Frank C says, "Happy birthday, Johnny. Just got here." Thank you, Frank. Bill says, "Is your cat still alive, Rob?" Douglas says, "Blame the cat for no stand."
No, it was on a stand.
It was on a. So the cat hits the shark, and the shark hits the.
So what happens is, here's where you can see right here. Here's the stand where my USA Wolf was. Here's my Mexican Wolf, which by now, by the way, has chrome tuners on it with pearl heads. So I love this guitar now. Here's my B guitar, my Rasta, and here's the Shark. So the cat goes here and jumps up and basically knocks the thing off the stand, and the guitar falls this way, and the headstock slams into the top of the body. So the guitars were on stands, and there's really nothing I could have done to stop it other than keep the guitars in cases, which I'm not going to do because this is more of a viewing gallery than it is anything else. So
where are those cases?
I'll show you that too. So if we walk in my spare room here.
Oh, look, it's dark outside where you are.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Still light out here.
There's a whole bunch of guitar cases in here. Oh, and look, here's my original Steinberger for my GL2T. There's my Steinberger. Yeah, gig bag. Yeah, kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah. I had the gig bag for my my Steinberger, the Music Yo.
Was it a Honer?
No, what do you call it? Spirit.
Oh yeah. The Steinberger.
Spirit. I had a bag for that, which I gigged. That was my main guitar for at one time in the band I was in back in 2004. 2004. My two main guitars actually at that time.
I remember you playing that. Yeah, it was a Steinberger.
Were Steinberger style guitars. Yes.
It was a white one, right? Was it a white one or black?
It was the white one. The white one was the Steinberger Music Yo Spirit. And if you remember the Music Yo website,
yeah, I do.
Where you could buy those, they actually had a photo of me on their site with my guitar.
That's cool.
I wasn't endorsed by them, but they actually had a photo of me promoting the stuff, right?
That's cool.
Although I don't think it said my name. It was just a picture of me. So if you would have known who I was then, you would maybe thought it was cool. But I thought it was cool. I mean, it was, the internet, gets better and better and better, So, 12 years ago, it was cool to have a photo online.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Even with no name or whatever. But now if anybody saw it, they would. I get told all the time if somebody sees my photo on like I was telling you, there's some Chinese guitar companies making 5150s had a photo of me with my GMW, and you can't even see my face in the photo. But if you look, you can tell. It's like, oh, that's me playing that specific guitar. Somebody told me.
Well, it's funny because one of the pictures I took of Ed in 2004 when I was in the Golden Ring. When he was playing his 5150 in Worcester, Massachusetts. 2004. I took a picture of Ed. I have a whole bunch of pictures of Ed. I'll show you guys on a hangout sometime. You guys will really get a kick out of some really awesome up close pictures, really right up close to the guitars and everything. I was looking. I bought a Young Guitar magazine years ago. I forget which one it is. And in the Young Guitar magazine is the picture that I took of Ed. The one, because it used to be on the internet. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's the picture I took. So it's kind of cool. Every once in a while, it pops up. It just popped up a couple weeks ago on Facebook or something, didn't it, Johnny?
That photo?
Yeah, that picture I took.
Yeah, I saw it.
I'll show it to you guys. Actually, I have it right here.
I saw it. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that photo for years and years, and then it wasn't until. Within, recently, last year or a couple of years, where I found out that that you had taken that.
Yeah, here it is, right here. Yes, this one. You'll see that pop up a lot of Ed, the 51. I don't know if it's too bright. What the heck? Why is it so bright? Anyways, it's this picture right here of Ed with the 5150 guitar I took. You'll see that a lot. There's a whole lot. Yeah.
So you're saying that appeared in a magazine?
Yeah. Here's another one I took. Up close to the guitar body of the 5150, and I just got a whole ton of them from that concert, right up close. I had a bunch of pictures of the Sustainer. Here's a picture of me having fun in the Golden Ring. As you can tell, actually Ed came up and shook my hand that night when as soon as they came out, I was right up front. We were in the stage. I won 2 tickets for my buddy and I in the center of the stage, and it was off of Van Halen News Desk, I think, or Unchained World. No, I think it was the News Desk. And like 4 days before the concert, I already had tickets the day before on the 19th because they played 2 dates that day. I had tickets the day before, and I was right up front. I had purchased the 5-star package, so I got the sound check and everything. And then like 2 days before that show, I find out I won tickets to the next concert, which the next night, which is the 20th, in the Golden Ring. So when they went live and they came out, and Ed starts wailing on his sustainer and hitting his whammy bar, they started with Jump. And Sandy comes out and he's like, "Hello, baby," like that. And then Ed comes out and he gets down on his knees and I have my hands up. He grabs my hand like this. And he held on to it for like 10 seconds, just shaking my hand for like 10 seconds. Then he ripped into, it was when the keyboard had jump started. It was so cool. And I pulled the picture. My buddy had the camera at the time. I'm like, "Did you get that?" He's like, "No, I didn't get that, dude." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "You didn't get that?" It's like, "You had 10 seconds to take the picture."
Is there a video bootleg of that show out there?
There is. Nobody releases it. I've been looking for that show. I have the video bootleg of the night before, the 19th. And Ron Higgins and a couple of other guys, I think, probably have it, but nobody's ever released it. And I've been asking for a copy of that show for all these years for the simple fact that I'd love to see when Ed comes out and gets down on his knees in the beginning of Jump and shakes some guy's hand. That was me. And I was watching that on video. And, of course, it's the one damn show out of thousands of bootlegs I have that I can't get. So, oh, well. I know what happened. That's all that matters.
Wow.
But, yeah.
That's awesome, man.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
That's very cool. That's very cool. Okay, here's a question or a comment. Citizen Kane says, "Hello guys, dig in the chats as EVH was a big influence when I was young. Actually had bought a Kramer Pacer Special in the 80s with a sunburst finish.
Nice.
For some dumb reason, traded for a Fender Strat. Even though the Strat is cool, kicking myself," he says. "I quit playing for years and just now getting back into it. Any recommendations on a good low volume practice amp for EVH tone, including pedals?"
Well, go ahead, John.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would say, whatever amp you have, go and grab that 5150 overdrive.
Absolutely.
That gives you the blue channel sound of the EVH amplifiers.
I totally agree. And the only other thing I would say is these two little amps right here. This is a 15-watt Marshall MG15 DFX series. And I will tell you, this little amp will create classic VH1 fair warning sounds like you wouldn't believe. It's even got an effects little knob on it with, it's got flange, it's got phase, it's got delay. And then another one is this little, where is it?
The Cube?
Oh, yeah, the little Roland Micro Cube. That is a great little amp, low volume, that will give you, that has a rectified setting on it, which will create a really nice, balancy, for an awful type sound. I used to record. I haven't done guitar YouTube videos in a little while, but if you guys get on my YouTube channel, you'll see some little riffs that I've done over the years. I'm going to start doing a lot more because I'm playing a lot more now than I was back then. But all those little videos, I used to get all kinds of comments on, "Dude, what kind of tone are you using? That sounds exactly like Eddie's tone." I was using those two amps, and you can dial in. The Roland is great for the newer stuff like 5150 up to balance. And the little Marshall was great for fair VH1 up to fair warning. And you can even dial in a 1984 type tone or, diver down tones and stuff like that. Those are great, cheap little amps. But as Johnny said, 5150 overdrive will give you what you're looking for with any amp. Just set it on clean and turn that thing on, and you got Van Halen in a little box.
Yeah, I've played that. I don't own the pedal, Not yet, but I've played it through many different amplifiers. I've shot videos. They're
Yeah.
all on my channel. Just search my channel for 1550 Overdrive, you know, and you'll find it. And yeah, that thing sounds great through anything. Again, yeah, on the clean channel. Whatever you use, you want to use it on the clean channel.
Yep.
Otherwise, it'll be too distorted if you use it over something that's distorted. You know?
Yeah, like you, John. I don't own it yet either. I will buy one soon, but I played through Nesdal's. I was with Nesdal the day that he bought it. We went to Music Zoo and he bought it. And that night we stayed home and we played guitar for like 3-4 hours straight. And then we did a Google Hangout with you. And I got to play it, and I was blown away because Nesdal was playing his 5153 50-watt head through a 2x12 cab. And I was playing his little Fender, what is that Fender amp that he uses? Little Bassman, or the heck is that amp that he talks about that he uses for all his live gigs? It was just an old Fender, Jazzmaster, an old Fender Jazzmaster. And he had it turned all the way down on clean, and we cranked that pedal on, and it sounded exactly like the 5150, and even ballsier in some senses if you tweak the knobs a little bit. Great little pedal.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
The Vigilant says, "Hey Johnny, awesome pickup testing clips. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, a week ago, couple weeks ago, I recorded some clips of some of my different Van Halen guitars through the only Van Halen amp that I have, which is the PV 5150, the half stack.
Yep.
I recorded some clips of the EVH Stripe series circles, my EVH special, the Chinese special that I have, the Ernie Ball Music Man, and the PV Wolfgang. I recorded some clips, just playing some chords, there's this one lick, this one like riff that you hear in each clip. That's like an original tune that I have. That's one of my tunes. Did some tapping stuff, whatever, and every video, the amp was on the same setting in every video. So, and if you look at the photo of, the video is just a photo of like the amp head and the guitar, showing what guitar was used. That amp head, those settings, that's the exact settings that I used in those clips.
Those clips were awesome. I watched those at work a couple of days straight, and yeah, just great tones. What did you say you were using to mic those, Johnny?
I was using the mic that I'm talking through. It's an SM58.
Yeah. Okay.
I have a 57 as well, but I cannot find it. I would have preferred using the 57 because that's what I normally use to mic my cabinet with, but
yeah.
I don't know where it is right now, so I use the 58. It's fine. It's very similar.
Yeah.
Very, very similar stuff. Let's see. Going through these comments. Okay, Douglas. Douglas says, I'm not an EVH study, but how do they get those paint stripes perfect to every model? Where are the schematics for the correct striping? They've been online for years. People have made their own for years and years and years with the different colors.
Yeah.
I know, Rob, you've seen those.
Yeah. They're online. You can find the schematics online. I've seen them before. They're all digitalized. When they make those EVH guitars, I mean, they're all done in the factory. So I mean, all those bodies are just basically they just put them in this machine, and this machine is like basically stamps them. They're all digital.
Well, yeah. Well, the guitars now, the EVH ones, yeah, those are all. They're actually, I think they're wraps.
Yeah.
They're not painted.
Right.
It's all actual, like they're all exactly the same.
Right. Exactly. The only ones that are unique are the ones, you know, like the Frankenstein, or, you know, the expensive replicas, and like the you know, the Chip Ellis. Those are Chip Ellis guitars. But the you know, the 2016 tour relics, you know, the $10,000-$13,000 job. Those are all hand, you know, relic and checked. You know. Yeah. But all, like Johnny said, like, you're right. I think they are wrapped, aren't they? All the standard ones, they're all wrapped.
I believe so. All the Stripe series.
Yeah.
The newer ones. I don't know about the Charvel ones. Those might be too. Although the ones that Eddie did himself, they're all actually done, you know, hand painted. I'm not exactly sure about the Charvel ones. Oh, David Allen Wright just popped up in my yeah, cool. Actually he'd be a guy. He actually posts on a lot of different, like, Van Halen guitar well, this page he just commented on right now. Van Halen guitar build page on Facebook. David Allen Wright. He's a guy that we talk to all the time.
Great guy.
He's actually into a lot of that stuff. And he actually posts some photos that look like schematics to striping and all that stuff. Okay, we got some more things real quick. And yeah, well, I think we're gonna have to call it pretty.
Yeah, I gotta get some dinner. I'm pretty hungry.
It's like 5 minutes to 7 here, so we'll go 5 more minutes real quick.
Cool.
Bry the Sign Guy says, "Happy birthday, JB. Can you have Rob show his Wolfgang special with the chrome hardware?
Sure.
Is his special a tobacco burst?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure. Hold on 1 second. Let me grab it here.
So as he's doing that, Brent Z Rocks, have you used like Killpot volume switch? Killpot volume switch. Are you talking about that one kill switch that's a pot? Are you the one that posted that or sent that the other day? I have not used it. AJ, is it Regan? Says hello. Can I join too? Sorry, we're about to end this. Another time. Davin says, "Can I hop in?" Another time, Davin. Sorry.
Doing a quick one tonight, guys, but definitely love to have you.
Scatterprush, hello. I play guitar too. Can I join? Everybody wants to jump in here. Sorry, we're about to hang up. Douglas says, "No stands, have locks, rubber retainers for the stage. Making a point, friend. I agree. It's so unexpected. It could never happen, but it's weird. Do these two guitars hold anything in common that they should meet?" Just say yes.
Sure.
Or say no. I don't know. Although, yeah, I actually had an actual earthquake knock over my Music Man years and years and years ago, and it has a dent in the back of the neck because of that. And I wouldn't have it any other way, because I've played it all these years with that dent.
Love that.
Me, it feels normal to me.
Yeah, you love that dent.
To me, it feels exactly. I mean, that's, you know, Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane. Okay, another question. Missing having a hot rodded, heavier sounding rock guitar like my old Kramer Pacer. Recommendations on a quality mid-priced guitar to get EVH tone. PV Wolfgang ? I would say check out the EVH Stripe series.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, those really are as close to a Kramer style guitar that you can get. That's an actual official Eddie guitar.
Yeah.
You know, and they come in they come in different finishes. You know, there's circles like I have. There's the Bumblebee. There's the red one, the red, black, and white one. They're all the same guitar.
You can even get the Star if you like that body shape, the Star guitar, you know?
Yeah. Or the Star. Yeah, they're all the same guitar. They're great guitars. I have one sitting right here next to me. Sorry, my camera's off. You can't see me, but yeah, we'll see in my avatar. I'm holding the white guitar like what Rob just had sent off to get the kill switch put in. This was me at NAMM this year. But look behind me, you see the Bumblebee, you see the VH1 guitar, you see the Star, you see the circles behind me, you know.
Yeah, I have a Circles guitar right over here and an EVH, and I also have the EVH Star, and they're awesome guitars. They play phenomenal. They feel good. They're nice and lightweight. And I agree with Johnny. I mean, if you're looking for that, you know, kind of super strat, hot rodded kind of Kramer style guitar, you know, those are about as close as you're going to get in the EVH line. You know, that being said, I mean, if you're really a Kramer buff, you know, get on eBay and buy an old Kramer Beretta. I mean, you can buy Kramers all day long on eBay, used 80s guitars. And the new Kramer line, you know, they have some of the Pacer Kramers, you know, and the 1984 Kramer.
I've seen them.
Yeah, great guitars. I mean, those will give you what you're looking for too.
Yeah, yeah. Although those are actually really heavy guitars.
Yeah, they kind of are, aren't they? Now that you mention it.
One of them, well, actually, some of those, they're actually, where are they made? Are they, some of those, I think they're made in, I think they're Korean. I think.
They might be, Korean.
Pacer ones.
Yeah, there might be Indonesian, yeah.
The Pacer ones, I think are made in Korea.
Yep, I think you're right. I don't have any of them, but of those newer lines. But the 1984 Kramer is a good one too. That's what it's called, the 1984 Kramer. It's got the maple. It's basically a 5150 style guitar. And, you know, different types of graphics: red, black, white, bullseye. And, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, Bry the Sign Guy. He says, please show your chrome tuners real quick.
Okay, this is make this quick. This is my Tobacco Burst Mexican Archtop Wolfgang Special that I bought. When did I get this, Johnny? About maybe 3-4 months ago. About 4 or 5 months ago, maybe. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great guitar. It looks, to me, it looks like a Tobacco PV Wolfgang guitar, basically. And it's maple neck. It came with black EVH Floyd black tuners. Obviously, you know, no kill switch. I had that installed professionally.
I'll be right back.
The only thing about the guitars, I don't know. This is just a preference thing, you know. Any of you guys out there, please don't take offense to this because it's nothing more than preference. I don't mean no disrespect to your guitars. It's just my opinion, you know. Hey, what kind of ice cream do you like? Strawberry. What do you like? Chocolate, vanilla. It's preference. I do not like black hardware on Wolfgang guitars. I think it makes them look cheap. I just think it looks like a cheap guitar with black hardware. Dave Nesdahl and I have talked about this. All my Van Halen guitars, every single one of them that have Floyds, have chrome Floyds because I just think it looks sharp. It looks like a more powerfully, like, demanding. It just looks like a better guitar to me. The only guitar that has a black Floyd on it is my 1984 Kramer, and that's because Eddie had one on his in the 5150 tour. For some reason, that's the only guitar I prefer with a black Floyd. Some of the old Kramers, you know, the 80s Kramers, you know, those are fine with black Floyds, but on an Eddie Van Halen guitar, I think this needs a chrome Floyd. That's my preference. So when I got
a lot of Berettas had black.
Yeah.
My Ripley is a black Floyd.
Yeah, they look fine. They look fine. But on a Wolfgang, I just don't think it looks. I just think it looks cheap. So that's just my preference, nothing more. So I love the guitar because it's an archtop guitar, you know, and it's just got a killer. I mean, I love the top on this thing. The top is just like beautiful on this thing. It really is. So when I got the guitar, the first thing I did was they said I want to have the kill switch put in. So as you guys have seen, it's an Eddie Van Halen style kill switch, professionally installed. Johnny, say hi. You're near.
Oh, hey.
And that thing looks great.
Yeah, those are great guitars.
I had the tone knob disengaged, and the only thing I don't like about the Mexican guitars is the toggle switches are backwards. They're down is the bridge pickup, and all the way up is the net. And when you're doing hammer-on stuff, you're always hitting it. When it's down like this, I'm always hitting it. I don't know why they ever did that. It's exactly opposite of what Eddie Van Halen guitars are. So I had that changed, had the tone switch disengaged, kill switch put in, and then I put the strap locks on. The more I looked at the guitar, I was like, gosh, this thing just begs for chrome hardware. So I put a PV Wolfgang Floyd Rose on it for a while, and then I got kind of sick of it, and I said I need an EVH. So Dave sent me a brand new, Dave Nesdahl sent me a brand new EVH Chrome Floyd, and I had the, it's German. Actually, it is a German nut and string tree put on. And the only other thing I didn't do was I did not put the chrome tuners on. It just kept bugging me. So I finally, what I did was I took the tuners off my Star guitar, my EVH Star guitar, in their chrome EVHs, and I put some pearl heads on it. And now the guitar basically looks like a regular Wolfgang should to me. And on my Star guitar, what I did is I put some Grover tuners on them, some Grover Rotomatics, which I think really look great. Some chrome ones, because Eddie actually had Grovers on his Star guitar before he painted it. When it was white, he had Grovers on it. And then he switched them out with 6-in-line Schallers, which is why they were spaced, higher on one side of the headstock than the other. So I got the Grovers on that, and I think it looks cool. But yeah, this guitar really, to me now, just looks like a better guitar with all the chrome hardware and the tuners on it. Plus it's got the kill switch. So this is a little freaking rocker, I'm telling you. It's a great guitar.
Yeah, those are amazing guitars. They feel great.
Yeah.
They look great. They sound amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, they feel amazing.
Yeah.
The way they play. I've played them. I did a video playing that same, not yours, but another one, playing that guitar through the lunchbox.
Right. I saw the video. Great video.
The lunchbox video I did. I'm playing one of those guitars, and the thing feels great.
Actually, the thing I did do on this guitar, is I put titanium blocks in there and stainless screws.
Cool. And that's from FU Tone?
Yes. Yeah. FU Tones. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I saw the video you did. I mean, they really are. They're great guitars, and they're for the price of these things. That's like, you can't go wrong. I mean, they're just amazing guitars.
Yeah. Okay, real quick, we have to wrap it up. We're running over. Brent's Z-Rock says, I love my 2013 EVH striped model, red, black, and white. Very cool, man.
Oh, he posted on Facebook today. Is that the one that is he the one that said he beat Nesdahl to the Music Zoo and bought it?
No, that was that was the other guy. That was the guy we had in here a while back, I think.
Okay.
What was his name? Was it?
Yeah.
Pete?
Oh, the guy that was at Nesdahl's place.
Peter?
That he bought. Yeah. Okay.
Was it him? Yeah, he was in a previous hangout. Yeah, he was the one who said he did that.
Okay.
Brent Z-Rock says Chrome. He says yes. Douglas says love your show. I'm not gonna read this, but yeah, I agree, Douglas. Me too.
One thing I'll say on that,
I agree. I totally agree with you, Douglas.
Nesdahl called me yesterday afternoon. Dave was aware of that striped guitar at the Music Zoo. Dave called me yesterday afternoon and goes, Rob, do you want this guitar? If you want it, it's yours. I'll put a hold on it for you. And I kind of hemmed and hawed, and I was like, I can't, because I just spent all that money on that USA Wolfgang. Yeah, Dave, just so you know, whoever it was that did buy that guitar, Dave probably could have beat you to it, because he was asking me yesterday if I wanted it. So I almost did buy it yesterday, but
I think it was that guy that we had in a hangout recently.
I think so, yeah.
It was. I think you were there. It was me. It was Nesdahl, Chris Hubbard, the other dude.
I wasn't on that one. I saw the video.
You weren't there?
No, I was out that night. But yeah, I saw the video. Yeah, he came back to Nesdal's place and had purchased those 2 guitars, right? Wasn't that him?
No, another guy.
I'm thinking of somebody else then.
Yeah, it's a previous. I don't even know if it is that dude. I think it is.
Maybe I was on the Hangout then.
Anyway, so yeah, I think he's the guy who got the red, black, and white Wolfgang special.
Yep.
That's what it is, with a Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because they also made the black and yellow version non-Floyd.
Right. Yeah, they stopped tailpiece. Yeah.
That's the one that I'm holding in my current Facebook avatar right now.
Yep.
I'm holding that guitar. Okay. Bry the Sign Guy, really nice job. I agree with the black hardware. I might have to get the chrome Schaller tuners though, he says. Okay.
If you get on the Stratosphere, Bry, was it Bry the Sign Guy? Did he have the question?
I think so.
I mean, if you're getting the Schaller tuners because you can't find the EVHs, or if you're getting them because you want them, that's great. But if you're getting them because you can't find the EVH Chrome tuners, these ones right here, they are available. You can get them offline. They are, and the Stratosphere sometimes has them. That's where I got a couple of sets for myself for my 2015 Tour Relic that I did up, that I just sold. You can find them if you're patient. You can find them. And then you can turn around and get the pearl heads off of Stu Mack, like these, and make it look like a souped up Wolfgang guitar, like a PV or a Music Man or whatever.
Okay, cool.
They are great.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up. Bruce Wayne says, Rob, can you talk about your multicolored tape guitar? Did you do a hangout? Did we do a hangout where you talked about that guitar already?
Yeah, we did. I did a hangout on it.
Okay.
It's right over there, but we probably should wrap it up tonight.
Yeah. We already did a video where Rob talked about that guitar. As soon as we click done, I'll grab the link and put it in the description. Bruce Wayne. Thank you for asking, though, man.
Yeah. I'll bust it out one of these nights, definitely.
Yes. Okay. All right. We're out of here. Rob, great to talk to you.
You too, Johnny. Happy birthday, bud.
Cool stuff. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been insane. Let me see if I've lost any more friends real quick. No, I haven't. But anybody, if you're just tuning in, yeah, I've gotten over 300 posts to my Facebook today. So, and every post that gets posted to my page, all my friends see it. So I'm actually losing Facebook friends because of that. So that's funny. All right, Rob. All right, don't hang up. All right. Thanks for watching this, everybody. We'll be back another time.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Wednesday? Maybe Friday. Maybe Friday we'll do another one. We'll answer more questions. If you have more answers, or if you have any more questions, send them in. You can reply to any of my YouTube videos, any kind of question or whatever, and we'll save them and use them for Friday or another future hangout. And we still have a bunch of questions we still have to get to from previously, which we'll have to get to those. So thank you for watching. Thank you for the birthday messages, everybody. Birthday messages. There we go. JohnnyBean, JohnnyBean.com. See you guys soon. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you dig this stuff. You can subscribe to this channel to get, all this stuff. You can subscribe to Rob Johnson's channel, which is what, 5150? Is it Rob? 5150 Rob or?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
5150 Rob is his channel, we think.
Yeah, it's I think it is.
We're not sure.
Yeah.
Might be.
Rob or 18 Rob or something like that.
Yeah.
I get on it very often.
Either way, subscribe to this channel.
Yeah, then you can find all the other stuff.
Yes. Okay, keep rocking, everybody.
Have a good night, guys.
Thank you again for the birthday messages. They keep coming in on Facebook. It's insane.
Johnny, it's too bad Nesdal wasn't here. We could sing happy birthday to you and, Mr. Sandman to him.
Yes. Have a great night. Happy birthday again. Bri the Sign Guy. Thank you, Bri, the Sign Guy. All right, we're out here. JohnnyBean.com. All right. See you guys Friday. Keep rocking.
Night, guys.
Bye-bye.